And just one more quick thought here. You can see the beautiful mountains, snow covered, snowing last night, this morning, up here along the Idaho border. And I just wanted to say real quick that part of the deal with this business shit is like this isn't like turnkey. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the people come in and manage businesses and shit and run businesses and do the hiring. Those are all really extremely valuable skill sets. But actually, like starting something from fucking scratch with a vision, that's like another ball game, and that's sort of what we're in right now, and that's really fun. It's the difference between, I think, for instance, hiking down a trail versus striking out to the unknown, bushwhacking through the brush, and both of those things, like working out calisthenics versus working out with weights. There's parallels to a lot of different things you can compare as analogies, but what I'm trying to get is that adventuresome spirit. We're going out on the trail. We've got sort of a compass. We've got an idea in the direction in terms of the vision where we want to end up in terms of developing and building business, but we're not there. It's not a real marked trail with 1,000 people have gone down this trail yet. You know what I mean? Because they haven't. It's a new frontier, a new horizon in this area for this type of tour, but also how we want to use the lumberjack idea to go into something bigger with purpose in terms of this race, going through the park, returning people the world over to the balanced relationship with the land, self-sufficiency, getting the food yourself, health and fitness, how a human's health and fitness relates to the community around them. Also, the natural environment. Listen right here to the sound of the creek rushing from the snow melt, the raindrops coming from where the snow came last night on the roof of the building, and the snow in the background, the mountains here, the wilderness, the dirt road. I took the dog for a run here. Just came back. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Hey, hero, how you doing? Oh, hey, good dog. Oh, hey. And part of the great part of going out on the run up here is very rural dirt road, farm country road. A couple dogs come running out and they meet him, not on leash, and it's sort of annoying to me because the dog's chasing me. But you know what I mean. That's part of the locale, though. You know what I mean. You can smell the wood smoke, and up here, the snow spitting Idaho, Wyoming border, very much like places in Alaska and also northern New England, Maine, where I'm from, where you have that. Those touchstones to that timber industry, to that rural heritage, you know what I mean? The scent of the wood smoke, the dirt road, the dog coming out, meeting the dog on their own terms, not in some sort of scripted meeting in a city or that kind of thing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to get at? I think sort of it's just that rural feel and that connected to the land feel, that country feel, which is something that I think is extremely potent and something that in America, with all our development, all our industry, all the great things that go on with progressive, shit in cities, technology, healthcare, music, art. For me, my roots, I was just reading an article about G-Eazy in the Bay and how, he grew up in high school making beats, slinging mixtapes, and there was a fight with McDonald's. Sort of a cool article, honestly. At the beginning, I think the writer trailed off, but I was reflecting how I never grew up trying to be a music artist. I never grew up with the idea that I was going to be starting businesses like this. These are things that I grew up thinking I was going to be like a writer, maybe like a wildlife biologist. Doing different sort of adventure outdoor things. But, those are career paths, the music, the art, really, that came from sort of the baptism and the culture and shit in Alaska. I didn't even listen to music growing up, you know what I mean? And I never would have, I didn't even listen to rap, I didn't have a CD player, nothing, you know what I mean? And no plan to start businesses either. But, inadvertently, through getting shaped from, getting into the tourist industry in Alaska when I was like 18, 19 years old. And then, obviously, actually, the first time I listened to a lot of music was when I was working log home building when I was like 21, 22 years old, peeling the logs, debarking the logs that year. And, spent a lot of time listening to like Eminem and some of that stuff, and it's probably not the best stuff to be programmed by or to be listened to, but that's just the hard reality of that's the time frame when I was getting into the music and the art and listening to it. And even then, it was just like hard outdoor work and, listening to the stuff with the pump and the beat to make the time go by and to keep working and to stay on task, almost like a dancer, moving to the pattern of the beat and the rapper and the lyrics over the over the cadence and the rhythm of the instrumentals, which was really the first time I began listening to hip hop and rap. So it's sort of an interesting moment here where, I'm sort of in this thing where we're doing, it's almost like I mentioned the Love Builder, for me, I don't need to go and try to peel the logs with them. I'm more of a business guy who's like, I want to help them make money in this other capacity. I have to be kind of careful, whereas a part of me wants to go back to that younger time in my life where I was just doing the deep bargaining, working for cash under the table, the simplicity and the beauty of that lifestyle, living in a cabin, 20, 30-minute commute, and connected to the land and stuff, sort of one of the hallmark times in my life, and I really, it's tempting to try to do that, but I also have to have the vision and stuff, that this is like a business moment where we're coming at this with this plan of bringing what they do, giving them a platform for more business and potentially some wage and stuff working in the show, but then also, bringing the stuff back and forth. So, you guys want to be careful. You don't want to go and, I guess in terms of the business mindset, you want to be careful. You don't go work for people. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that they're working for you when we're coming at this thing. And more importantly, you want to be working together towards a common goal. You know what I mean? You just want to be careful when you frame these things, when you go and talk to people, that you're not, that you're, being clear with where you want to go with the relationship, your goals, your vision, and in terms of a partnership. And I think that that's really necessary in terms of a business, when you're building business, to have that clarity before you go to them. It's like, I was talking to the guys who do the tree clearing and shit in Jackson yesterday, and I was like, I didn't really specify out the lumberjack thing, but I was like, talking about clearing land. It's like, you really want to have a vision in terms of the numbers, what you want to do for business before you go in there and try to talk to some of these people, and that was really helpful when I went to talk to the fair in the venue where they already had what they had wanted for someone who wanted to use that space. They already had this stuff specifically, very simple, a page, and that way we know what we're looking at in terms of the relationships, in terms of the economics, and what's expected on both sides. So just a couple quick things: nature, wood smoke, dirt road, cardio, run, connection to the landscape. That's what the timber industry is all about. That's what the heritage, what we're trying to commemorate and celebrate and try to reprogram into the people with this race, with this program, with this tour, with this show. That's what this is all about. And this area here still is fortunate in America. It still shines here. The culture still shines here. It's still here. And to be part of it and to help preserve it and to commemorate it it's an honor and it's an exciting moment, I think. So we're just going to, with that energy and that spirit, take a moment here.